see your physician or at most your midwife, because they are in charge of this fertility control methods, the pills. So you talk to someone knowledgeable, a professional, before you dabble into taking any medication every day, especially that can alter your hormonal balance, because such of the effect is this pseudotumor cerebral for any female of childbearing age. So you don't just go to over-the-counter places or any pharmaceutical center and obtain oral contraceptives. You might be doing your body more harm than good. So it's better you visit a professional to advise on what best method will be preferred for you.
Well, thank you very much. Even though we are telling the gap that the pharmaceuticals, the chemists, the gap they bridge, we also understand that you should take your health more seriously than just walking to someone just like
without a prescription.
Yeah, without prescription. They are there for their business. It's mainly for the money. Yes, because they're open to shop so that they can make money to attend to their own personal needs. So what happens to you after taking the drug might not directly affect them, so you should take your life seriously. Now, going back to the married girls, the young people, as in, on what grounds, as in for what reason exactly would you be taking contraceptives? You are not married, you are, I don't get it.
No, there are many girls out there who are into improper way of living. They do things, so they won't mention the things they do, and they are young and they don't want to have babies, they don't want to get pregnant, they don't want to use implants. They don't want to use IUCDs, which are things that will give our women. So it's just convenient. So it's just extremely convenient. Take this drugs every day and you won't get pregnant. There's no way to preach it to them, except to preach to them to live the life they are that way of living. Even though it will be difficult to walk into a professional's office, you are not married and you want an implant, you advise otherwise. So to prevent that, they rather do the otherwise. But it's better they know what this medication can lead to, so that they will be better prepared for the complications.
Okay. Let's go back to the mothers now. Some of our mothers, some of those children or some of those girls, they are still living under their mother's rules. Is there anything the mother can see and begin to say, I hope we are not doing this, don't do this and all that, so that maybe the women, the mothers themselves can begin to look out for their daughters?
Daughters these days, I tell you, can very smart. If a daughter doesn't really want the mother to know what's going on, I doubt the mother will know. Because things have gone so digital, we can be doing things and they're using other things to cover up. So the advice will really be for the girl
themselves.
Yes.
To see the danger in living this type of lifestyle.
And just using any medication because you feel you get away with it. You might not get away with blindness in this situation.
All right, let's talk about body mass index. BMI. Let's discuss it. Since almost everything we're talking about still tilting down to body weight and all that, let's teach us. How do we even know what is body mass index and how do we stay within our weight range?
Yeah, so like I would say, I might be overweight and you might not be.
And I'm not even bigger
than I am. And that's because weight is a function of your body mass is a function of your weight and your height.
Okay.
So if you are very tall, it means you have space to accommodate the weight. If most women, we are not on the very tall side because you don't really. In fact, you need some medium size and then maybe some the pelvic area to be big, and so that you'll be able to push up maybe quite easily. Okay, so because the body mass now is your weight divided by your height squared. Okay. So it's weight over height squared. So if I weigh 80 kg and then my height is 1.60, now it will be 80 divided by 1.6 times 1.6. Okay. So I'll first add 1.6 times 1.6 in meters. Then I'll have 80 divided by whatever I have. That is my weight. That's my body.
You should maintain the weight. You should maintain.
Yes, and between then we start now. Sometimes you see some people less than 21, say 23, say 25, still okay. But I think once you're getting close to 28, or even between 25 and 28, you're saying you're overweight. But once you're between 28 now to 30, you're getting obesity, you're already in type 1. Then 30 to 35, something is already going wrong. 35 and above, we won't even talk to you.
The truth is that many persons, many women out there are actually obese without knowing.
Yeah.
Now we are finding solution. Where do we go to check this BMI? Can we go to a hospital or a center? Where can we go to be able to make sure that we are within our weight range?
Okay, I think everyone can walk into even a private clinic to just have their weight checked. You are not consulting, you're not doing anything. Because please, I just want to know my weight. No one will charge you for that. Even some pharmacies have weight scales.
Okay.
You can walk into any nursing station. I just want to know my weight. All you need to know is your weight and your height. And most weight scales have this incorporated height. So just stand on it. Put it over your head, and then you know your weight and height. Once you know your weight and your height will really be the same once you've clocked apart. I think from 18 above, you're not expected to grow taller again. So your height should be constant. But your weight is from time to time.
You check your height once and you're sure this is my height, then the weight
you check it often, and then you now be putting it into the weight divided by height squared. That's the formula. Then you know, I'm getting bigger now. Well, no, I'm getting, it may even be underweight, which is rare.
Okay, that's, I was about asking, is underweight a problem? Is there an issue?
Yes, you shouldn't be underweight.
Okay.
Because you need enough balance in the body. Your brain needs to grow properly. If you see an underweight child, it's in fact already a disease. Yes, we have to teach the mother how to make this child come into appropriate weight. But most people are not underweight. Most women especially.
The problem is always overweight. Okay, let's go back to this pseudotumor cerebri. Okay. Oh, is it the prevention? I think we've talked about some things.
Yes.
Don't be overweight, and are there other things we can do to prevent it?
Yes. Well, it's not like a prevention because you don't even know if it's coming at you.
No.
But just to stay safe. So if you've had miscarriages once, twice, if you're having a miscarriage now, don't just treat the miscarriage. Okay, they flushed out probably the baby, so you're getting a medical abortion, and then you are good. Don't you visit an ophthalmologist? Just check my eye. Am I okay? They can just pick that, hey, there's edema, called papilledema. Yes, hey, there's this edema here, there's papilledema here, there's raised intracranial pressure. We'll start treating you.
Okay, let's talk about the eye checks. How many times in a year should someone check his or her eye?
Well, on a general, if you do not have any eye conditions, you've checked once and they've told you have no refractive errors, like you don't need wearing pair of spectacles, you don't have cataract as an adult, you don't have hypertensive problems in the eye, diabetic problems in the eye, you don't have venous occlusions, you don't have things wrong with your eye. I think twice in a year is okay.
It's okay.
For 6 months, just 6 months check. But once there is anything wrong with that eye, you have to schedule an ophthalmologist so that you have clinic consultations per time, follow-up visits, so that you check, because the eye is so critical. You are not staying there, you're not leaving. That's the truth. So.
All right, thank you very much. Let's do a general advice. This program being for women,
yes.
Okay, just advice our women generally, health, eyes, anything you can think of, the oral contraceptives and all that.
Okay, so I would like to say to women generally that like we know women are a killer, so you need to be healthy, and especially you need your eyes functioning properly. So if you have childbearing age, or you're done with childbearing, or you are in any way going to be predisposed to things like pseudotumor cerebri, probably due to your weight, or you are on, like I said, oral contraceptives, you need to visit an ophthalmologist quickly, or even a physician, that's people in the internal medicine specialization. They will check you, and even if you have it already, you'll be treated. The problem is not knowing and then not being treated.
And early diagnosis will help.
Yes, it will help. Yes. A woman came to round up. She lives in Lagos.
Okay.
She came to see her mother in Ado Ekiti. She was pregnant, then she fell into labor, delivered her baby. her husband is in Lagos, so they're calling her to quickly come back, let's do the naming ceremony. And then both her is gone. I mean, gone to the point that she can't see anything. Blindness isn't great, okay, but this grade is she can only see light when it's shown directly into her eye, light perception. She went totally blind. So her mother felt, oh, family attack, spiritual attack.
Yeah, because she came home.
So she didn't present. She stayed long until they found out, oh, let's just try what the doctors do. And then she came, so this is serious. She started out medication. She had to do brain MRI. We had to rule out many things. It took her almost 3 months to start gaining vision gradually.
Well, she actually regained.
Yes, she did.
Oh,
she
God.
did. That because at least she presented. If she never presented, that's
This issue of coming around, yeah, it's an issue. Almost everything, almost all elements that you would think of. Like we had your resident, the president of your resident doctor come here, talked about, it's just people coming around.
Yes.
I don't know why is it so? Why is it that people don't like coming to you? Is it, if we were younger, we would be talking of fear of injection, but as adults,
well, I think it's the premium people pay on puts on health. Yeah. In this part of the world, like I said, you don't have anything to lose. You have other things to spend your money on, other things to spend your time on. It's rare to just say I want to spend my money checking myself. It's difficult.
The same body that carries every other thing that you do.
It's difficult. Until something eats that body before we bring that body to be checked on. But when it comes to the eye, you really have to check because the eye may not speak to you until it's.
Wow, thank you very much. I think our time is fast spent. I wish we have more time. I would have still asked more questions. It's really very enlightening to hear all of those things. Thank you for coming to share your thoughts and for coming to enlighten us on all of the things we have discussed today. Thank you very much for coming on Feminine Spectrum. We celebrate you as a woman. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
All right, okay. All right, that will be much we'll be able to take on this week's episode of Feminine Spectrum on Nta Ado Ekiti. My name is Amaka Igwe. Good evening, good night, see you next week.
On the river, God is a woman. The gift of life astounds me to this day. I give it up for the woman. The gift of life astounds me to this day. I give it up for the woman. She's the constant.